Alright, so what does a Florida skunk ape look like? It looks like that. Stick around, man. The Bigfoot Researchers Journal. We're looking at Bigfoot today. The editor, and we're looking at this device again, but we're also looking at the Bigfoot that we caught on film. Now, he's sitting back in those palmettos. He's got the grass in front of him. But it really is truly an amazing piece of footage. And looking at this creature, you can see his whole head there. But there's another one right here, and you can see his head. They're in those palm fronds. Got the palm fronds kind of draping down in their face, but you can see this guy's head. And I think this right here is a shoulder, and this is the face of a big one in front of this other one. If we're going to take a look at that real quick, let's zoom in 100% on this, and let's take a look. Yeah, on this side, we can see the bone structure. This is going to be the cheekbone. And then over here, we can see the head. So we've got two creatures right here. And if we watch, as the frames go, you can really get a good look at this one right here. Look at this face. It's got that non-human primate kind of bone structure to it. It's really fascinating what's on the film. Right here, you can see the bridge of this. This is a big creature. There's a forehead, the eye's on the other side of the nose. This is the bridge of the nose here, and we've got basically the upper part of the face, and then this one's behind it. This one's sitting in the back there. There's probably a whole group of them, and so what happens when I get over here? Well, we get weird orb stuff going on there, vertical movement. Of course, it seems to be moving with my camera, which is really strange. Is it a water spot? It's possible. Is it an orb? I don't know, man. I just know this thing is blocking one hell of a shot of a real Sasquatch. And then that's when things get weird, actually. Let's go ahead and back out of here. And let's take a look at some of this other stuff that I've been working on here. And we'll try to get a look at, and see, there's that water spot. Again, we can zoom in right there. We'll go in 200%. We'll move over, and it's right here. Here's the creature. You can see the whole creature here. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Now we've got to look at the line of this creature is solid. You can see it right there. And then this is the bone structure. So the head comes over perfectly like this. Now there's something in front of it on this side. Is it another one? The whatever this is, it appears to be something like that. But you can see the whole creature's face. Right here's his nose. Its eye is right there. Boom, we've got this gray skin in here. You can see where it comes down. That's one of these Sasquatch creatures here in Florida, right? And then this other one, we've got some sun coming off the head there. And you can see these guys back in here. It's nuts. Just looking at, being that close and, really not really knowing, what was here. Look at the cheekbone here. The nose, side of the nose. So this is going to be the under eye right in here. The eye is right in here. Cheekbone again. And I'll stretch the timeline out. We'll take a little bit, closer look here if we can get another frame out of it. It'd be nice. Yeah, look at it. So right in here, here's the creature. Let's see if we can make it look a little bit better so we can see it, That's the whole thing, is trying to get rid of that light. Now we can see the bone structure here. Okay, so what we've got is some really skeletal kind of emaciation, man. And you can see the whole thing's head. Let's see what happens. It comes in front of it, and right there, we get this kind of really ape-looking skull here, and we've got the head, but there's definitely something interfering with the shot. We got the edge of whatever it is here. But this creature we already determined. You can see the line of it right here. And here's part of it here. This thing is laying in the bush. And I'm walking past. This is a giant Sasquatch creature. You can see some of that white ball in the eye there. But this is a really scary looking one, man. And we're going to go ahead and lighten it up. Now that ball's moved out of the way, we might get a little bit. Yeah, see, we can see it. It looks like a skeleton, a gray skeleton in here. And then over here we've got This guy, he's with the lighter shade, he's even more difficult to detect. Incredible, man. Well, let's see, where did he go? There he is, right there. Okay, his head is tilted. This is going to be the cheek area right in here. And on this side right here, and this is the creature's head. Its eyes are right here, 1 and 2, right there. The nose is right here, and it comes down, and you can see the lower jaw in here. It's literally hoping, I think, that I'm going to pass it by. Is this another one right next to it with this one? Not sure. It appears to be, but you can see these creatures are there. I mean, it's just a question of, can you understand that it's tilting its head? We get a little bit of the hair strands coming off of its head right here, and you get that halo effect. Yeah, that's something I've seen before. And looking at this particular footage, when we start to get a look right here, you can see what appear to be eyes. This appears to be maybe a shoulder, something like that. This looks like one of the Sasquatch people right here. Look at him. You can see his face right there. Let's see if we can bring it a little clearer. And then hopefully get a, yeah. See, we got this gray person right here. We got the nostrils on each side. This is a nose right here. Here's his eyes. So this is 2. 1, and then 2, and then this guy. So here's 3 of these, and I don't know what this is. Is it possible there's a group of them? I think it's possible. Man, look at some of these frames of this guy. You got his mouth line right here. You can see where the light's catching here. I wonder if we can bring that in better. Yeah, a little bit. Let's see if we can follow him for a second. Yeah, we can really see that brow is so pronounced right there. There is a little split. Looks like there's a line there. But that's the actual color of his skin. The glow that we talk about in the light that human beings can't see, that's all over this thing's face. So it's turning different colors. You've got a couple of different shades in here. But you see this bluish purple kind of in here? That's in a lot of the footage I look at of these creatures. And I'm going to readjust this to actual. Here's reality. This is what reality looks like, right? Let's make a few adjustments and brighten it up a little bit. And we'll get in here and we'll take a look at this guy here. Wow. Look at that. So the creatures are sitting back in here, and you can see here's, we got some plants, so we can't tell if that's actually the edge of the creature, because this appears to be something coming off the plant, or part of the plant rather. So I don't think that's necessarily the line of the shoulder or the body. The head for sure, because we can see it, With this one, we get a real good look though. I mean, look at this primate up in here, man. This is a new kind. Look at this. Look how big and wide this is. And then, of course, there's the other one. We've got them right there, guys. 2 Sasquatch. Let's see if we can make a little crop adjustment. We'll take a look at them better, and we'll go from there. We're going to crop right here, and we're going to take this, and we're going to zoom in right about that distance. That might be a little close. Nope, that gets us right in. We're going to let it render for a second. Now we can see again perfectly the top of this guy's head right here. That's a Sasquatch, man. Here's a little glare coming off his nose, spreading onto this right side of his face, right? Now we've got these guys down here, but look at this bone structure right here. Florida wild man. This is both of the nostrils right here, and under the nostril will be right here. Now see this little cleft area right here coming out of the nostrils? They can make faces that make that little cleft right there on the upper lip look like it's either, vertical lines. When they stretch their face, they have muscles in their face that are incredible, man. They can do all these crazy faces, and I actually literally got to see one of these creatures making faces at me out in the open. And of course, the exact same phenomenon that stopped me from getting crystal clear footage here of these 2, possibly 3 creatures stopped me then as well. It was some kind of phenomenon. It jammed my camera. And so when we go in and we start looking at what's going on here, and we start, look at that, isn't that something? It seems like it's on the lens, and I'm going to go with that. You know, I'm going to go with it. It's on the lens. Whatever, that's fine with me. The next time it won't be. I guarantee you that. And I'll be in this area looking for the same exact ones. But what's interesting is when we get back to this area, we start to see this thing flying around. Oh boy, what's this? We'll be right back. We're going to cover whatever that is in depth. We're here and we're going to be looking for some craziness down in this area, and it's this little white vertical traveling cylinder, and we're looking for where it first appears on film. And it appears really strange when you see it. It's like it like wiggle. There it is. Okay, so here it is right here. It's right here if you watch. There it is, flying in. Okay, so it appears as though it's in the grass right here. It comes out of that grass. Boom. It's right there. It comes out of the grass. And what do we have going on here? We have hominoids. Let's check this hominoid out, man. This ought to be interesting here, man. Let's try to get in a little bit closer, and we'll move it over a little bit. And yeah, this is the framework right here, buddy. And there's a few more, I think, in here. But the interesting part is this thing that seems to be, oh, and we got some kind of something right here. Orb, guys. What's this thing doing? It moves to the right. Whoa, dude. It moves really, really quickly. That's not supposed to be happening. Yeah, my camera moves, but that thing actually starts moving before my camera really gets going, and it's moving vertically slightly. My camera moves vertically slightly as well, but it also makes a direct vertical. I think this thing is on my lens, right? But then it's like making circles going back the other way. So I'm not sure what to think about this. Could be lens flare. The interesting part is that when I need to see the creature to film it, and there appear to be a few really large ones back here, and when people actually see what these large creatures look like, they're going to trip, man. That's the bottom line. We are in the editor, and we're looking at the magic craft, the magic drone, the magic toy, whatever you guys want to call this thing. We're going to try to really examine it. We're looking at this thing, and it's moving so fast that it literally appears translucent, when the reality is it's not. It's a solid object. It can move fast. And it's absolutely zipping around me. This is what I think has been basically damaging my cameras. It's moving so fast in between frames. So we need, I'd say, at least twice as many frames per second to get this thing close to being solid in a slow motion. And that would be, 120 to 180 frames, possibly even 220 frames per second, somewhere in there, and you get really good solid images of it. But we managed to catch this thing flying by us so many times, and so we're going to look at that. And here it is coming by the tree again, continuing on. Here's this thing just comes right by, and it looks solid right here. You get a little more of that solid, is it chrome? Is it white? It's definitely doing figure eights. It appears to be doing figure eights, and it's going around the tree. If you watch, it kind of disappears in an oval shape, in an oval or circular pattern, like it's circling the tree. You can see it plainly. Now, as we continue on, and we've got these orbs, and again, here's these Sasquatch sitting back here. Here's one of the apexes, right? The faces are all in here, and they're all lined up, and then over here's a crazy one. Okay, here we go. Now here's the tree footage, and there it is jumping out of the bushes. Okay, so we're watching right here. Now I'm going to crop this, and we're going to take a look at it. It's going to take me a second here. Okay. Now, we want to get in kind of close because I want you guys to really see this, and you're going to have to see the whole thing. It's incredible. Watch this thing come out of here, and then boom, it suddenly appears. Okay, now it comes from right over here, jumps over and up, and it starts timing with my camera. Watch this. So here, it looks like it's in here somewhere, and it comes out and comes up. Watch again. And then boom, it's moving with my camera, and we get this perfect shot of the red and the blue down here. Now, what is this thing doing? It appears to have some kind of markings on it as well. Let's zoom in a little bit better, and we'll take another closer look. Here it is. Has some kind of markings on it. It's definitely got blue, and it's definitely got red, which is interesting. And it's definitely fast. Whoosh, comes right out, and boom, there it is. It jumps out onto the picture, changing height in what it appears to be a partial radius kind of a move. It's like moving in circles, it appears to be. Here it makes like a smaller one and then hops. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's like hopping. And then it's somehow right here in front of us, and you get a good look at it. So here it is, and there are markings on this. It appears to have markings, is what I'm going to say. Let's take it a little bit closer, though, and let's see if we can see what's on there. And we'll let that render, but there could be some kind of, yeah, it looks like it possibly has letters on it. I don't know, we'll see. We're going to let that render. But how about that? This is what's flying around. Look at that. Boom. Hops right into the picture, jumps right in front of my camera. In midair. What do you think about that? It's real, and we can't explain what it is. Somebody probably can.